What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today we're going to take a look at the calendar, and today's a good day for people on Social Security. Not everyone, but they are starting the increase today. So the COLA increase, we're going to talk a little bit about that. And now I'm also going to show you guys a clip. Wait till the end. I have this clip to show you of George Santos walking into Congress, basically walking to his office. And I don't know if he's going to last. I actually think that he might just resign because it looks like journalists are not going to let up on him. They're going to continue asking him a variety of different questions. And so we're also going to talk about that story. But first off, if you guys can do me a favor, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. We do daily videos here. So by clicking the bell notification and clicking all, you should be getting updated every day. Okay, first thing we want to take a look at is the calendar. So let's go ahead and switch over to that. And I just want to show you guys what is going on when it comes to what to expect in the coming weeks when it comes to the increase. Okay, so first off, let's just take a look. Today is the 3rd, and I did have marked on the calendar that's new Congress convenes. So this is their actual first day, and I will show you guys that clip of George Santos walking in on his first day. So also on the 3rd, Social Security beneficiaries will receive the increase. And so that is the COLA increase that we've been talking about for a while now. We've been talking about it for several months. And so if you are receiving Social Security and you normally receive your increase or your payment on the 3rd, then you will see that increase in your payment. And let me know in the comments below. You guys have been really good about letting me know. People on SSI let me know on December 30th. Some people received it a little bit before December 30th. And some people have already told me, people who received Social Security on the 3rd, they said they already received it. They said they received it on Saturday. And so just let me know in the comments. That way I can let other people know just when to expect. But today should be the day. And then also we need to look at the rest of the increase dates, and that will be the 11th, the 18th, and the 25th. And that depends on when your birthday is. And so it could be the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th Wednesday of the month. So just be aware of that. Just know that that's what's coming down. Now, when it comes to Congress, I do want to talk a little bit about Congress, and then I'll show you guys this clip. So we have the 118th Congress. They start today. And so we'll have to see what comes out of this Congress. Okay, we'll have to see what comes out of the House, what comes out of the Senate. The anticipation right now with the House is that they're going to open up a lot of investigations. That's their real main focus. We have not heard any legislation yet. We know that there was previous legislation that had been talked about, but we don't know if they're going to move forward with any of that. Okay, so what I'm talking about here is the child tax credit. Will they move forward with that? Will they move forward with the $200 raise for Social Security? When it comes to a stimulus check, just to let you guys know, politicians aren't talking about it. They haven't been talking about it for over a year. It's not going to happen. Okay, so if you still see people telling you that a stimulus check is coming, I just saw a post that a stimulus check was coming in January, but that's not going to happen. And so I'm just letting you know, if you see that in the headlines, they just want you to click on their video, or they just want you to read their article, because politicians aren't even talking about that. And now that we have split government, it's going to be even harder to move forward with any type of legislation, okay, let alone a stimulus check. And so just be aware of that. I like to remind you guys of this every once in a while, because I still see a lot of people talking about this very topic of stimulus checks, knowing that that is not anything that's on the table right now. The only thing that we've seen in the last few months have been states that they have a surplus, and so they were issuing out refunds. But as far as a stimulus check coming from the federal government, that's not anything that's on the table. And because of inflation, this is not something that we're going to see anytime soon. Okay, so let's go ahead. I want to play this clip for you guys because I think this is pretty interesting. Just seeing George Santos. And let me kind of set this up before we play it. So George Santos, he's actually a representative now. He was a representative-elect a couple weeks ago when it was discovered that he pretty much lied about his resume. Everything on his resume is pretty much a lie. Where he went to college, even where he went to high school, he lied about. He also lied about where he worked. He lied about where his mother worked. He also insinuated that his mother died as a result of 9/11. So this is, I mean, it's really, really sad, this situation where this person pretty much lied about everything and they ended up winning an election, and now they're seated in Congress. And so I just want to show you a clip of him walking to, or at least looks like he's trying to find his office. I don't know where he was going, but he was walking. And you had some reporters that ran up on him and started asking him a bunch of questions. And here's his response. Here we go.
Your constituents, do you feel like you're qualified to serve in this Congress right now? How do you hope your constituents can trust you, even though that you've misrepresented your biography to them?
What's your response to calls for a House ethics investigation by Lincoln Ave?
Do you have any statements about your campaign and how you hope to govern? Do you hope to carry out your full term?
What can you say to reassure your constituents that you'll do what you said you were going to do on your campaign trail, given the concerns that have come up about statements you've made in the last few months?
All right, so he didn't answer. He didn't answer any of those questions. He just walked in. Now, reporters are not going to give up. They're going to continue to barrage him with questions. And the interesting part about this whole situation is we have not seen any response from the Republican leadership. He is a Republican, and the fact that they're not even addressing this is a big deal. It really is, because we understand, and I think we can accept certain embellishments, but flat out lying about your experience, your resume, because these people are going into the ballot booth and they're voting for you thinking that you're telling the truth, or at least telling most of the truth, and to find out that you're not, that's a huge problem. But Republican leadership they haven't stepped up and said anything about this, and so we'll have to see what happens in the future. He is a representative. He'll be sworn in sometime today. And from this point on, we're just going to have to see how this story unravels, because I can't see him being effective in these 2 years. He's just not going to be effective. And will there be a point where he just says, you know what, I'm done with this, I'm just going to resign? And that's pretty much what he's going to have to do. Now, Republican leadership can strip him of a lot of the powers that he could have as a representative. I don't know how much further they can go with that. They can kind of push him out that way, but it's ultimately going to be up to him to resign, because the American people did vote him into office. One more thing I want to show you here, and this is Ted Lieu, and he says George Santos invited folks to his swearing in of the 118th Congress and illegally asked people to pay for it. Now, I don't know exactly what he's talking about here. I'll have to follow up on this. So I dropped by his office to say hi. Disappointed. And then he says, at George Santos, nowhere to be found. His office is totally closed. Where is George Santos? So very interesting. He's standing in front of his office, and it doesn't look like there's anyone there. So this is going to continue to be a problem for George Santos. We'll have to just follow it and see where it goes. I just wanted to do a follow-up on this. I talked about this a couple weeks ago when it broke, but I wanted to talk a little bit more about it now that he is actually a representative. If you guys have any questions, post them down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.